How's it going, everyone? This is Luxeley in Eye of the Storm on Viserion, named after the Game of Thrones dragon. And I'm in Eye of the Storm. I said that already. I like to go to mid in Eye of the Storm, just simply like to get a lot of dots out there and then do my mind shear thing and do all kinds of damage, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, who am I kidding? I'm just going after the kills. But, I mean, there's two very unique strategies. When there's two of anything, I guess there's not many things that are unique. But what it comes down to, you can have this be a base game or it could be a flag game. If you're going to run the flag, you're going to want to have at least 2 bases. If you're going to hold bases, you want to have 3. And that's basically it. And either, it's not one approach is better than the other, but the idea here in any given BG is to have people on the same page with the same idea, basically reading the same book. You know, you don't want to realize I'm on page 75. Oh, wow, I'm on page 75 too. But one guy's reading Huck Finn and the other guy's reading The Great Gatsby, 2 different books. You want to have everybody on the same page, even if it's a bad idea, because everyone on the same page in a bad idea is still better than 3 or 4 people on different books, different ideas, say 3 or 4 different ideas. So always keep that in mind. That's something I said. Nice and Ninja by the Demon Hunter. So we got 1 flag, but they have 3 bases out of the gate, which isn't that good. But we got the flag, so that might be the equalizer. But we're going to have to get another base. Otherwise, nice knockback by the shaman who did his thing and then ran home to mommy. Mommy, they're going to hurt me. Hey, Mr. Cringe, warrior. Get him. He's not doing much damage. I don't have my battleground targets up because it wasn't working. I've been using Mr. Target lately. It's a good add-on, but for some reason I don't have it up. And Cringe is down. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. Now we got them hemmed in. We got an opportunity here to get another flag, and we're just going to have to eventually get another base. Otherwise, this is going to have a very unhappy ending. I guess that's the opposite of what happens when you go for a massage and you get a happy ending. Well, this is, I guess this is, what would be the opposite of a massage with a happy ending? It would be an unhappy ending? I don't know. I'm all confused. Just stick to the program. Stick to the program. There it is. Shadow Crash coming your way, and it does nice damage, and he's dead. Thanks for playing. Got the healer out. Mage blinking. What's his name? Asgarazgian. I wanted that name, but it was already taken. Thanks for playing. He's dead. Now there's an ink at Mage Tower. They're hitting our 1. See, this is a bad situation. They have 3 bases. We have 1, and they're putting the pressure on the 1 base that we have. So, yeah. You know, I could deviate and go to a base, but then I'll probably be faced in a 1v3 or a 1v4 in this scenario. So I'm probably just better off sticking around mid, trying to do some damage to Virate. That's an interesting name for DK. He's got all kinds of problems. He's dead. So, yeah. Now I decided to come help Mage Tower, but they're on the run. They're just putting the pressure on us, which is what they should be doing. Doing very well. They are, I got to say. I mean, they have 3 bases still. We only have 1, and they have the flag now. So this is how you lose, people. This is a great way to lose. We're just dotting up the warriors as they're killing. I don't know who they're going after. It looks like they're after a demon hunter and a warlock over there. So okay, now we got a base. We're gonna have to get another base. Like I said, it's either have 2 bases and run the flag, or have 3 bases and maybe try to slow up the flag. Those are your 2 core strategies. That's really what you have to go with. I have a question for you guys, and I would really appreciate some kind of feedback, some kind of answer on this. And I want to know how many people that are in your BattleNet right now are not playing WoW. In other words, when you log on, how many people are active playing World of Warcraft? I'm really curious to know this, because I've noticed over the last 2 months or so that the number of people active in WoW on my BattleNet has been drastically downsized, hugely downsized. And I want to know if that's something that you guys are experiencing. Are your friends not playing? Are they playing other Blizzard games? Are they playing another MMO right now? I'm really curious to know. I'm not going to say why, but there is a method to my madness here. And I would definitely appreciate some feedback because if I get a lot of feedback, I might take action. That's the best way I could put it. And the warrior is dead. Somebody grab the flag. I don't want the flag. Yes, mage, grab the flag. Here comes Cringe, the warrior. There's a lot of warriors around lately. You notice that? It's like they all got the memo. Warrior's a really good place right now. I've even had somebody say, Luxley, you should play a warrior. It's like, fuck that. I'm not playing a warrior. I admit, I think ARMS is a lot of fun right now. I think they did a great job with the animations. It's very, very simple, fun rotation. I like the sound effects. I like animations. I really do like what they did with them, with ARMS Warriors. I've been playing some Fury, and you know, I just find it very boring. I know it's a very, very good spec. I just find it boring. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But, I mean, I'm not even level 110. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I guess I'm just prefacing the fact that I'm going to join the dark side. Because Blizzard's basically saying to everybody, you should all play Warriors. I mean, I even have people saying, you should play Warriors. So it's like, all right, yeah, I'll just play Warrior. Well, all the BGs, all PvP will just be Warriors versus Warriors. That'll be fun. That's basically it. I mean, that's the problem with Flavor of the Month. That's the problem with the OP class. Some people end up migrating to that class out of necessity because they're constantly getting crushed by that class. They're constantly getting destroyed by that class. And this is the biggest reason you see this, in my opinion. And let me know if you think I got a point here. And that is ability pruning. Ability pruning has really, really hurt the game. It hit us hard in Warlords of Drain All the Fun, and it hit us hard again in Legion. God, man, one more hit with ability pruning, I would probably not play. It would just not be fun anymore. I mean, it's not as fun as it used to be. If you're new to the game, I can understand that you might think, wow, this is great, this is fun. Understand why it's called WoW, because I say, wow, this is awesome. But you know, you didn't know a better version. I did. I knew better versions in PvP. I knew better versions in class builds. And right now, there's, from my understanding of people that are in my BattleNet, people in my guild, friends, my viewers, it seems like there's a lot of people who are not particularly happy with their class right now. No matter what class you play, it feels like something is missing. And that's the casualty of ability pruning. But here's the thing. Right now, Shadow is sort of, when it comes to damage, is sort of in the middle, kind of at the bottom rung of the ladder in the middle right now. And at the start of Legion, Shadow was probably as high as top damage, maybe second in damage for quite some time. And then they nerfed the hell out of Void Form and a few other things. Now we recently got a buff, some nice buffs, but the damage is still very, very underwhelming. Now, in the past, if you had a lot of utility, and we could call this resources, if you had a lot of utility, you had creativity. You were able to do different things to avoid disaster. You were able to do different things to create opportunity for yourself, to get away from big damage, you know, do the bob and weave thing more readily. And you had better defenses, etc., etc. Maybe your healing was very good. So when you prune down those abilities, and you prune down CC, and you prune down counter moves, and you prune down defenses, and you prune down healing over and over and over again, what ends up happening is you don't have as much room for creativity. Matter of fact, right now in PvP, everything is on a template system. So if you want to play a haste Shadow Priest or a mastery Shadow Priest or a crit Shadow Priest, you really don't have much of a choice. It's whatever Blizzard gives you. And in the past, you might have been able to be a little bit creative and do things that are going to, like I said, create opportunities for you to do damage, or more importantly, avoid damage. For example, something like Spectral Guise or something like Phantasm that removes snares, of which both are gone from the game. So that's something that's really missing. And when you take that creativity out of the game, what ends up happening, these classes that are very, very strong and very, very damage oriented and have huge uptime stand out much more, even though the gear is supposedly normalized. Now, also, I want to point out that in a PvP Ask Me Anything on Reddit, please, someone get this elemental away from me. He's driving me crazy. What do you fight rocks with? Really, like seriously, what do you do? What do you fight rocks with? So now I'm able to get some distance on that warrior. But if I had a snare on me, I would not be able to get that distance. I would not. Now I get a benefit of some heals. That's all fine. And of course, look at this rock elemental is just he doesn't like me. He's just like, I don't like you. I don't like your videos. Shadow Priest suck. He doesn't care. He's just coming right at me. And I was saying something very, very important. I don't remember what it was. On the AMA Ask Me Anything Reddit thread where they were talking about PvP. Now, initially when Blizzard went with this normalized gear move, I should say, not mood. It is a mood in itself. It puts me in a bad mood. But when they did this with the templates, I thought that they were making a strong move to make WoW an esport because that's where the money is. And Blizzard loves money, and they're a publicly traded company. And even though if they do well in a given quarter, it's rinse and repeat and do better over and over and over again, and it never stops. And I really thought that they were going to try to develop WoW as an esport, which they are doing. But this whole idea of normalized gear, I thought would have been a very good move. I thought it would have been a better move if you were able to customize, how much crit, like you could play a crit priest or a haste priest or a mastery priest. I thought they were going to go that direction. They didn't. But my point is, when they made that move, I thought they were going full throttle into esports. And then about 2 or 3 weeks into Legion, I started to realize, imagine how fucked up it would be if there was a tune that had full conquest gear and all of his artifact power and all of his PvP talents going up against somebody who, ding, hey, I'm level 100, let's do a BG. And maybe he's got 70% of his artifact power and doesn't even have his 3rd relic slot and really doesn't have much gear. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? And then you throw legendaries into the mix. Do we activate them in normal PvP? Do we not? And it creates a huge, huge problem. And that's the reason. They finally admitted it. That's the reason why they went with normalized gear. And I kind of thought it all along. Well, this is Luxley saying, yeah, I lost. It happens every one now and then. Luxley saying, whatever it is by you, morning, noon, or night, make it epic, make it great. Thanks for watching, everyone.